Assalamualaikum and good day. So in this video I will show you the solution for tutorial 2A, okay, which is these questions here, which I have already gave you, if I'm not mistaken, last 2 weeks. Okay, so basically this is the table, the K-maps table that I have listed down in each of these questions. So what you have to do is just group them together so that you can obtain the right output of this simplification Boolean expression. Okay, so from the first one here, as you can see, this 1A, there are 4 ones, which the first 2 you can group them together here. Okay, and I group them in this first green color, and the output of this first group is equivalent to X bar Z bar. Okay, now you have another one which is here, which hasn't been in a group yet, so you can group them together and it becomes the second group. Now the first group, when you are extracting the values to obtain the output, you use AND gate, so X bar AND it with Z bar. If you have another groups, you have to use OR gate. So what you have to do is you use this additional symbol which representing the OR gate, and then you can combine the second group, which is X Z. Okay, so from the first question 1A, the output will be X bar Z bar plus X Z. Okay, then we goes to 1B. We have here same group like 1A, so just group them in one group and extract the output. R is equivalent to X bar Z bar, and then you have here one which is alone, but you still can group it in groups of 2 like this. Okay, so I change the color to yellow, orange. Alright, so for this group, the output is X bar Y. Okay, and then as you can see here, this one is isolated from the rest of the ones above, so there are no ones besides it, so you can only group it alone. Okay, so for this group, all of the variables will not change. You will obtain the output to becomes X, Y bar and Z. So this will be the final output, X bar Z bar plus X bar Y plus X Y bar Z. Okay, right, move on to 1C. So there are 4 ones, which as you can see here, I highlighted all of them because you can group them in a group of 4. Right, even though if you look at the position, they are not in they doesn't look like they are placed beside each other, but basically you can group them from the outside of the box. Okay, so this will be the same group of 4 ones. Right, so you can obtain the output by comparing the variable of X and Y and Z. Only Y does not change, which is from 0 to 0, so the output will become Y bar. Okay, then we move on to the next one, 1D. As you can see, all of the cells are placed with 1, so it means that you can group them once in one group of 8 ones. So you can group of 8 ones means that you are grouping all of them. Okay, so even though all of the variables are changing, X is changing, Y is changing, Z is changing, but because there are groups and the group covers all of the cells, so the output can be written as R equivalent to 1. Okay, so let's say if you are having a position where all of the inputs, there are no ones, but there are only zeros and don't cares, right? So there are no groups, obviously, and of course R will be equivalent to 0. Okay, we move on to the second part. Okay, question 2a. Here, as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 ones, but you can group them in one group. The maximum number of ones that you can group in each group is only 4, which is this first one. Okay, so this one will be the first group. Alright. Okay, so the output of this group is equivalent to A, B, bar. Alright. C and D, obviously, all of them are changing, so you can leave them out. Alright. Now, if you look at it, there is another 4 ones which hasn't been in the group. So basically, you can group this one and this one together, even though they don't look like they are situated side by side, but basically on the outside they are. So group them like this as an outside group. Okay, group them like this as an outside group, right? So it will become a new group. Okay, obviously it is group of 4 ones. You can't group 3 of them like this, so it will become 6. Okay, because you can only group them in the numbers of 2 to the power of 0 until 2 to the power of n. Alright, so this will become another group. So if you compare all the variables, only B and D does not change. Okay, A and C are changing. So B is 1, so you will have equivalent to B bar, B is 1, so it will become B, and then D, it is from 0 to 0, so it will become D bar. Alright, so for 2A, this will be the output, A, B bar, plus B, D bar. So this B is actually a capital B. Alright, we move on to number 2B. Okay, so as you can see here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ones. Alright, so how do you group them? Make sure you group with the maximum number. Don't group 4, 4, 4, 4. It will not become the most simplified output. Make them this one and this one 8, and then this one and this one 8 as well. So you group this one with the one here into one group. Okay, so A and B will change, only D will not change, so you will obtain R equivalent to D bar. Okay, and then for the rest of the ones which hasn't been grouped yet, as you can see here, what people normally do is they only group these two with these two, so only groups of 4 ones. So that is wrong. What you have to do, basically, you group them with each of these ones. Okay, at the edge of each of these boxes. Each of these box. Okay, so group them together to become group of 8s. Okay, as I've told you just now. Overlap 1 is okay. Overlap group, avoid that. So this will be the second group. Okay, so the output of this one, obviously C and D changes, but A is also changed, only B does not change. So it is from 0 to 0, so the output will becomes B bar. So the full output of 2B is D bar plus B bar. Okay, then we move to 2C. So you will obtain this truth table, this K maps. Okay, alright, so the first group which I want to group them together is this first 4. Okay, so this will become one group. Okay, I group them in yellow, and I can extract the value of the output will becomes B and D. Okay, right. So now we look into those one which hasn't got groups yet. Okay, so the first one is this one, which can be easily seen as one group. So group them together. So I group them in green colored boxes, and you can obtain the simplified output as A, B bar, C bar. Okay, alright. Now we still have ones which hasn't been grouped yet, which is this one and this one. So obviously you can group them together. Don't group them separately, that will be wrong. So group them together. Okay, so I group them here in blue groups, and I can extract the output as A bar, B bar, and D bar. Okay, so that is the total, that is the complete output of 2C. So BD for this yellow group, A, B bar, C bar for this green group, and A bar, B bar, D bar for this blue group. Okay, and then finally for 2D, okay, that is the first one that I want to group. You can group them in 8. Obviously you can group them all together because there is a 0 here. So this will be the first group of 8. Alright, I group them in blue, and I check out the simplified boolean. R is equivalent to A bar. Okay, now there are another 7 ones which hasn't been grouped yet. Okay, so the maximum number that you can group is actually 8, which is this one and this one. Okay, side by side on the other side. So group them. I change them in green, so the output will becomes D bar. Okay, and then next group, this one and this one. Okay, I group them in orange, and the output will be B bar. And finally these 4, okay, I group them in yellow, and I can extract the simplified boolean as C. Okay, right, so there are only one 0 here, which you should not group them. So if you look at all of the groups, there are 8 ones in each of the groups. So this will be the output. Okay, thank you and Assalamualaikum.